People's bashing on Snip. Okay, there you go. We're on. We're on. Yes, welcome, fools, bitches, to the Punkery show. Wear your goddamn mask live from the best city, San Fierro. We got Queens on the server right now. His state, Florida, is the worst place to be right now for the ascension of the corona. So make sure you dickheads wear your goddamn mask. In 2 weeks or in 10 days by now, there are going to be over 1,000 people in Florida dying per day. Alright? And who you got to blame for that, cocksucker? We ain't blaming China no more, dickhead. You gotta blame each other. Because when you go around and don't wear the mask and be yelling at people face to face with no mask on, coughing on people out here protesting on the highway, you're gonna give people corona, dickhead. Alright? I understand that you can't deal with being in the house, it being hot, 90 degrees, I don't know what that is in Borat. In the house for 3 months, you can't take the heat. Your brain fries if you're in Florida. See, the thing about it is, you look at the states that are really, really going crazy right now. You got Florida, Texas, and Arizona. I didn't know if people even lived in Arizona, but those 3 states are hot as fuck. And it doesn't matter about the humidity because Florida is more humid than a sweaty 300-pound dude. Texas, we all know, is hot as fuck. And Arizona has dry heat, but they're the hottest of them all. So basically, throwing people in the house for 3 months plus heat obviously does not go together. Alright? But listen, you gotta be responsible, cocksucker. Alright, wear your mask. Go to the grocery store, wear a mask, don't get into any fights, because Murica right now is the laughing stock of the world. And if you don't want Florida to be the laughing stock of the world, you gotta wear your mask. But it's too late, really. But like I said, our hosts, your hosts, are Rashawn and Cash.
I was actually speaking of the masks, I went to Capital today because I had doctor in the morning. So since all my family is at seaside already, and I'm still home, I didn't have a ride, and there was no bus, no train, no nothing. So I had to reside to something like a car sharing, car whatever, Sh- yeah, like whatever, carpooling, whatever
Yes,
the words might be. And so obviously, like, you go in a car with complete strangers, and you share the costs of the fuel or whatever. And since it's Corona time, of course, I was wearing my mask, And on the way there, I was in a car that was more like a minivan or something of sorts. And there were 7 people in a car, including me. And
Was this Mexico?
fuck off. And guess how many people were wearing the mask?
3.
No, it was just me. And I looked like a complete idiot, but I refused not to have a mask. And I was like, what the frack? Like, I could have been anywhere. I could have been in, I could have been working with people that have corona yesterday. Who knows? Like, you're going in a car with complete strangers. They're not even your family. Like, why would you not wear a mask? It literally baffles my mind. And then on the way back, I was also in a car with 4 other people, and I was also the only one wearing the mask. Now, what I don't understand is like like if you look at the statistics, right? The number of the new cases that we had in last few days it almost seems like the second wave, you know? Like at the like I don't know exact numbers, but let's just make them up for this example. So let's say like at the highest point in end of April, we had something like 100 new cases every day, right? And people were
Hmm.
they wouldn't like panic or something, but they were like wearing masks, you know? They were concerned enough to wear masks. But now, yesterday, let's say, I'm just making up numbers, it was 100 new cases again. So, statistically speaking, it's just the same as at the height, like at the peak of the corona, you know? And no one is wearing masks. It's almost like the numbers are the same, you know? So, it should be the same concern for people, but it's just not. Because I guess people have like at the start that they were concerned and a bit scared and it was like unknown, you know? And so people followed the rules and they were taking care for themselves. But now they are listening about corona this, corona that, corona this, corona that for like a month and a half already or 2 months, you know? And they're just like, "Ah, whatever, you know? Didn't kill us in 2 months. It's not gonna kill us now, you know?" Where if you look at the numbers, they're exactly the same, you know, as they were before. So people should be the same way concerned, but they just not, you know. So I think like that's also a bit of a problem because people don't follow the precautionary um you know, precautionary things anymore. Like you would wash your hands or you would wear the mask and stuff. People just got tired of it. They don't look at the numbers in the same way as they did before, you know. For if they would see like 100 new cases, they would be like, holy shit, you know, it's happening, bro. We need to disinfect, like, we need to wash hands, we need to wear the masks. But now, if they see 100 people, they're like, okay, second wave, oh, whatever, you know. I was like literally baffled because here, like when you go in a store, now since the numbers have increased again, like we had the period of time, like at first, you know, of course, like in April and when Corona came out, there was like ban on some things. People couldn't like meet up like a large groups of people, and you had to wear the mask in like stores and everywhere. And then it kind of seemed like to drop off a lot, you know. It dropped off to like zero new cases for weeks, you know. We had zero new cases. And they reverted the, you know, those things like you didn't have to wear the mask anymore and stuff. But now you have to do it again because the numbers have started rising again. So they put those precautions back into place. Yet people don't follow them the same way they followed the first time, you know. So I think that's a little bit concerning because just people are just so tired about hearing corona, they just don't follow the instructions the same way as they used to, I guess. I don't know if it's the same in the States or not, but
Well, the problem is the flip flop. All right, you know, listen, stores out there should be like until at least 2021. Gotta have a mask to be in the store, cocksucker. All right, because when you flip flop, that's where, you know, it's like when you parent a child. You know.
exactly, that's what I thought. Like if they would left it as obligatory, you know, people would respect it more. But since they introduced it and then they reverted it and now they introduced it again, people are like, whatever, you know. We just like there was a period of time where we didn't have to wear it, so we won't wear it now too, you know. But if it would have been mandatory all the time, I think people would follow it more.
Exactly. See, you know, you know, because first of all, we're in July, blah blah, but the fall's gonna come back, and we're gonna see them cases come back in the fall. Even though really, it doesn't seem like the weather has anything to do with anything with preventing the corona, because all the warm weather states in Murica have been sky high with the corona. That's number one. But yeah, you know, a lot of those states they had reopened, and now some of those states, as you had said of Slovenia, they want to close down again. But that's just not going to happen. the people are gonna revolt, and they're gonna go out and they're gonna do their snit. As Ween just said, there are hospitals in Florida that are running out of beds, and listen. Here's the funny thing, 'cause I think you did this like 2 weeks ago. I remember you were like, one day there were like 17 new cases, in Slovenia, and the next day there were 31, and I was like, oh damn, that's a lot. No, Serbia, you said Serbia, and you were like, damn, that's a lot. Well, I guess relative to Murica, that is what we would wish to have, because Florida is getting like 8, 9, 10,000 cases per day now.
Yeah, but the size of the Florida, though, compared to, I mean, I don't know. You would literally need to calculate like per capita or something, to get some number, and even that like wouldn't necessarily be like comparable. Like you would compare apples to apples, because just the fact is probably that like the numbers are drastically lower here. Even if you have the same number of capita, like you need to look at what area, per what area. Because like if you have like 2 million people spread on, I don't know, 600 square kilometers, or if you have like 4 million people or the same number of people, per like 30 square kilometers, like in a city or something. Of course, like
right,
probably
right.
in a city, someone that is living like middle of nowhere in Finland somewhere, probably even if Finland has 6 million people and Florida, I don't know, I'm making numbers up now. If you have Finland with 6 million people and Florida with 6 million people, probably there gonna be more people in Florida, because just the area is smaller. Like half of the Finland lives in the middle of fucking nowhere, in the middle of forest with no neighbors around,
With a bear out, with people shouting, percolate!
Exactly.
Yeah. That's true.
It's like you can't just like compare numbers, without no context, I guess.
Yeah, that's true.
But still, I guess I don't know. It's just I will still say, like, from what I see on Facebook and social media. Of course, I'm not in the States, so I cannot comment with like 100% confidence, But from what I see, Americans are a lot more like, oh, we have the rights, we have this, we have freedom of this. I don't have to wear the mask, man. If you're a member of society, as a member of society, you have to oblige to some rules. It's not like freedom this, freedom that. With freedom, there come also like responsibilities, If there's no responsibilities, fuck off. Go live in the middle of a jungle, You can have all the freedom you want, but you will live in the middle of a jungle, But when you are a member of society, and as such you enjoy some of the benefits of it as well, then you can stick your freedom in your fucking ass, Because it's never gonna be 100% freedom, and you should know that from ever since you were a kid, Unless you're a retard and one of those stupid American turds who shout freedom. I don't know which fucking, by the this and this law, I'm America's free.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
fuck my ass,
I'll
I'm
get
not
my
free.
Confederate flag. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah,
Ah.
go live in fucking jungle, man. You'll have all the freedom. It's retarded.
Sometimes I wonder about the Confederate flag,
At least we don't like we don't have like extremists in that way, I just don't think like they're even extremists. They're like, those people are very selfish, When they won't think their way, they will call out for a freedom thing and, oh, you're not doing this and I have rights and stuff. And when it suits them the other way, they will always like bend their way around the, I don't know, man.
Yeah, to fit their agenda, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, around their agenda. It's like very selfish, I don't know why Americans are like that. But
Because everybody wants to be correct, That's why when the average cocksucker watches the news, they watch the news, the type of political news that fit their agenda. You'll never usually see a like a conservative dude watching a liberal news channel because they're like, they're wrong. I don't want to listen to this snit because they're talking dumb snit. But it always isn't dumb snit. It's just that you disagree with what they're saying, So everybody wants to be right, and they want to listen to people that will give them the freedom to say what they want to say or do, whether or not it's wrong or correct. So
Yeah,
that's just
but
how
it's just like too much freedom also is kind of bad, I know Americans make fun of like socialistic or communistic or whatever countries, but America is almost like, um, you know, modern day parenting when you cannot hit your kid or whatever, and you try to solve everything with words. But man, like, they need to be put in their place sometimes. Sometimes in life, you just need to tell them, here is what you do and what you will do, and there won't be like, oh, I have rights, oh, I have freedoms, oh, I have this. No, I'm your fucking parent, I tell you
Oh
to
no.
do this, do that, and that's more like how we do it in Europe, but America, everyone is like modern, like people behaving like the kids of modern day parents, when it's not their way, they roll around, they will throw tantrums and shit like that. No, until you're like 18 and you have your own fucking roof over your head and you pay for your own shit, you have no word in nothing, You do as you are told, and that's it. And if not, you get some whipping. And I'm not like for physical violence or anything, and around the kids or something, but there needs to be method and way for kids to understand they are kids and parents are parents, and to have some respect towards them and to understand where their place is, um I just think sometimes it's necessary evil, um
Yeah.
but yeah, that's how I would compare. Like, people don't like really rise against everything here, they just more do as they are told, that might be bad in some ways, but in some ways it's a bliss, because if I would have to be American and everyone throwing tantrum around everything you say, and always people trying to find a way around, rules and everything, I would be just fuck off.
Yeah. I mean, there's no perfect method to anything, but yeah, as kids grow up, they find ways to get away from the I don't want to say oppression of their parents, and they'll rebel, and then after that is dead. But as a little kid, some of these little kids, they gotta stay in line. Some of these people gotta stay in line. It's pretty simple. I mean, we're not in March. Back in March there was, or April, there was a thing. A lack of masculinity type thing of wearing a mask. And it's like, oh, I don't want to be that dude to wear a mask. I ain't no bitch. But it's life and death, cocksucker. And everybody's got the mask on, or everybody did have the mask on. But listen, it ain't about you. It ain't only about your life, cocksucker. It's about other lives too. And if you're out here not having a mask on, you're healthy as fuck. Now here's the problem with this, is that it seems like the corona doesn't seem to be, because I remember watching a Joe Rogan snit, and they were talking about, what if there was a sickness that just killed all the dumbasses? That would be a good thing. If something, was a pandemic that only killed dumbasses, but it seems like the corona is halfway the opposite, because, you've got healthy people in their 20s that a lot of them are stupid, very symptomatic, and they are infecting people who may be worth a damn, and that is the scary thing about the Rona, and as you can see right now, Florida getting fucked, obviously not all of the idiots are dying. It's a lot of good people, as Trump would say, because a lot of the idiots are the ones spreading the Rona. But, yeah, that's how it be. Bottom line, dickhead. wear your goddamn mask. It's very simple. I know it's tough to breathe through them. I understand people, they, you know, don't put it over their nose, like they have it on their chin. Like, first of all, you know, I can understand if you're going out for a jog and there's nobody around and you have your mask at your chin ready to put up to your nose in case you run by somebody. But if there are people around, you're running, and you approach somebody, why is your mask at your goddamn chin? Okay? Why is your mask under your nostrils? Alright? I understand it's hard to breathe through those snits, but just like anything, your body will adapt to snit that you do consistently. So obviously, the first week that you wear a mask, it'll feel like your lungs are, trying to gasp for air and all this snit, but after a while, your lungs are going to acclimate to, the new way that you have to breathe, and it will be easier to breathe through the goddamn mask. And if you get the Rona, your lungs will be strengthened in that way. All right. So when if you get the Rona and you have air problems, well, you wore the mask, so maybe you get a little bit more lung capacity or lung whatever the word is, efficiency out of that. So put your goddamn mask over your nose if you're gonna be around people, because if you got it around your chin, you might as well take it off, dickhead. I mean, that's pretty simple.
It destroys it anyway, like, right? So, like, imagine how you have mask on normally, right? Your chin is exposed, right? Because, like, your mask is on your nose and covering your mouth. So your chin is exposed, and, like, the virus can sit on your chin, Like, imagine someone coughs or something, like, the particles of virus will be on your chin. And then you put mask, like, you pull it down on your chin to talk or smoke or whatever, and then you pull it back up on your nose, You effectively, like, picked up all the germs and all the virus that was on your chin, and you just transferred it onto your nose and mouth directly, from inside of your mask. It's one of the most retarded things you can do, actually.
Yeah, it's very dummy, and I don't really understand why
and
people do it.
And it's not like you need to wear mask all the time anyway. I mean, I don't know for the States, because like density of the people is much higher there, even when you go out and you like walk down the street, there's people bouncing into you all the time and stuff. Like, I remember in LA when I was there, it was awful. Like, it was just way too many people for me, and no personal space like around you. People are literally next to you, like touching you. Oh man, it was terrible. But I can speak for here, the density of people, like even in cities, is not that high. You will always have a chance to be like 5 or 10 meters from the next person, maybe like a most busy street not, but otherwise, yeah. So technically, technically speaking, like you only need to wear a mask like when you go into store, or like when you work with people, like if you work in a, I don't know, in office where you cannot be like sufficiently far away from each other, or if you work like in a hospital or in a warehouse, or I don't know where like people pass around a lot all the time. But otherwise, like for a normal person, you only need to put mask on, like not even when you're walking around the city, only like literally when you go into closed environments, like in the store or in a bank or in a post office or something. And even then, people struggle. Like here, you only really need to wear a mask when you go in store, and you go in store for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes max. And you cannot put the goddamn mask on and wear it properly, not under your chin, not on the side of your chin. Bro, it's 5 minutes. What do you have, like mental capacity of a child? Like you cannot follow instructions for 5 minutes? What are those people like? Do they have like a attention span of a fucking banana, or
Yes,
like what?
they do. It's true. They
Yeah,
definitely do.
then you look at those doctors, um like, you know, there has been a lot of videos online where doctors wear masks, and those masks really weren't made to be to have them on like for hours upon hours, you know, yet they still do it because they need to. And you can see like they have one mask under and then the mask on top of that and stuff. And when they walk out at the end of the day, they literally have bruises around their nose and eyes. They have like, you know, they are bleeding sometimes even. And you think those people can do it and they will do it and they have to do it for 8 hours. They have to wear mask and they are bleeding because it's so uncomfortable. Yet you only go in a store for 2 or 3 minutes and you're like, can't breathe. I want to do it. No, my rights, my lungs. Fuck off. Fuck off. I literally need a revolver to put on your head. You either do it, bitch, or get the fuck out of the society you claim to be part of, you know? Because you ain't. Like, literally, if I was president, I would make next Hitler, I'm sure.
um, yeah.
I don't put up with the bullshit of people, you know? I would be just like, who are you trying to kid? Who are you trying to fool? You ain't
Themselves.
fooling me. Fuck off. Fuck
They
off.
they have to fool themselves in order to keep up the macho man or macho woman facade. You know, that's what it is. People think that they're too good for what's right, and they want to make their own rights. And that's the problem. There are too many people that are too entitled. Also, I mean, I don't want to say overpopulation. I just think just a lot of stupidity. I mean, you know, I gave this example to Lil Tank a few days ago. Like, you know, I understand that Bangladesh, you know, may not be doing testing on the level that America is doing, but Bangladesh is one of the most densely populated countries in the world. It has a lot of people for how small it is, but Bangladesh, people aren't dying left and right in Bangladesh. All right. Whereas in Murica, it's less dense than Bangladesh. I can say it for sure. It's got to be less dense than Bangladesh. And yet people are just out here being dumb. You know, a lot of people don't really value their lives or value lives of others. And you know, and the problem with Murica really, I don't say it's a problem, but it seems really to be like there's a lot of regional identity, you know, because a few months ago, April, May, I believe it was, we were getting fucked up here. Connecticut, New Jersey, New York, especially, was getting fucked in the ass by the corona. New York dying 900 people a day, and snits, you know, you had people from New York flocking to Southwest Connecticut, giving Connecticut most of its cases. You got New Jersey getting fucked as well, you know, and all that, but this part of the country has lived and learned through the worst part of their corona. But you would think as a country, since we're the same country, that the rest of the, you know, the rest of the country would look at New York and be like, ooh, I don't want to be like that. But since this country is so regional, like, you know, Northeastern people go about snit different than Midwestern people, like, you know, usually in elections, the Midwest is usually the, you know, the states where elections are won because they don't vote the same every election. You know, the Northeast votes usually the same way. The South votes the same way. California votes the same way. But the Midwest is very different. You know, the South is different. You know, so obviously the South was not looking at the Northeast and New York when all this was happening, because Texas right now is getting destroyed. Florida is getting destroyed. So it'll take a month, because watch out, in a week and a half, because, you know, it takes a while for the corona to kill people. So in about a week and a half, we're gonna see a lot of people get destroyed in this country. So the South is soon going to find out that what they're doing is dumb. But when I said that to P Pope, who used to be in Florida, he was like, "Nope, Florida's just different." Well, in that case, rip in peace. Don't go to Florida. But yeah, it seems to be it's fun and games type snit until it happens to you. Because with the Europe countries, as far as I can figure, like, they're a lot more homogenous. So whenever snit's happening to the country, the entire country realizes. Whereas Murica, it's not as homogenous, so it's a lot more regional. And if snit happens to your region, you'll figure it out. But if it's not part of your region, well, fuck them. Doesn't really matter. It seems, oh, I'm scared, but I'm not scared.
It's also like, okay, people might not like something, but they won't go like all the way against it, People might like, I can't say right now, but like at the beginning at least, like even in America when they tried to introduce masks and stuff, people would like be uprising, oh, about freedoms, blah blah blah. Like people didn't like it here either, but you wouldn't see like people protesting, and they still don't, like in front of parliament or something, or oh, about my rights, blah blah blah. People don't like it, but they still have this thing, they do as they are told because they know or understand, or they just are like, okay, everyone is doing it, I guess I should do it too. They don't have like this self entitlement thing that much, and maybe less egoistic or something. I don't know. I just feel like that's a big part of the problem in USA, because people just don't take it too seriously, and some people are super against it, and they will go all the way, and they will not wear the masks. And you even had people that would purposely like cough into other people and stuff like that. Like people wouldn't do that here. Um, but yeah, like it's all fun and games, like you said, until it gets close to you.
Mm-hmm.
Like I went home for a little bit previous week because my mom and dad have been at the seaside, and my sister is typically working. My brother has moved away anyway, so there's no one to stay at home, and we have like a bunch of cats that come that need to be fed and stuff. And I was kind of like keeping the house safe, for a week. So I was at home, not in my flat. And my sister was working whilst like during all this. Um, so typically, like we would sit pretty close next to each other, especially at the lunch because we share salad or whatever. And we were like sitting quite like opposite from each other, and I was joking like, "What is this all about?" And she was kind of like, "Oh, I have a woman like at my work who is like coughing quite a bit, and she's like always said like she had pains and she doesn't like taste anything or whatever." And I was like, "Must be Corona." And she was like, nah, like if it would be Corona, she would be home. Trust me, like she wouldn't still be working. Um, I go back and flat this week because I had exams. And my sister calls me and she's like, "Oh, you know that lady that we talked about at the lunch? She has Corona." Oh, it's like, no, no fucking way. So my sister had to self-isolate. I didn't because I was like the second or the third connection. So I didn't have to self-isolate. But my sister had to because she was working with this lady who has had Corona. And it ruined everything. Me and her were supposed to go to Seaside this week to join my parents, who have been there for longer. So my sister is self-isolating at home. I cannot go home. Parents cannot really return home, for another few days. Like, I don't know how long it has to be, like 14 days. So my parents are staying at the seaside like for 4 days longer. I was supposed to go home. I'm probably not going.
He's dead.
So yeah, it's fun and games, but it's not that it like ruins a lot, because I have planned and she had planned to go on seaside, and even though like she doesn't have a corona, there's still things that have changed because of it to in her life or whatever. She has to go around some things differently now just because a workmate of her has a corona. So yeah, it happens quickly, and you would think, how small is Slovenia, how little cases we have, and still, like, it's my sister, and her workmate that basically sat like across the table from her.
Yeah, she's just coughing up a storm. That's fucking great. I mean, what kind of woman is that? I mean, if you're having a coughing fit, you gotta be like, well, what's really going on here? It's June or July. Coughing up a storm. Probably don't have allergies, and yet, I mean, I don't know. Some people just don't. They just don't, take it into perspective. That's I don't want to call it dumb, but it's just how some people are. I just don't understand. And,
Well,
yeah.
I wouldn't be even more suspicious of the people coughing now rather than like end of April or start of May. Because end of April, start of May, you kind of have like trees that are blossoming and stuff, and you think, oh, maybe they have allergy reaction, whatever, petals, whatever. But right now it's summer. It's like, bro, if you're coughing, you're dead to me.
I mean, it's true. It's true. You cough once, that should get a gaze from the entire room if people are in there. And listen, people, if you're coughing in July, I understand you may have allergies, but if you're coughing in July, you gotta do something about it.
I
You gotta do
was
something about it.
I was just thinking, today when I was driving to capital, when I told you like there were 7 people in the car and none of them was wearing a mask except for me, right? And I was like, I literally like half the way there to the capital, I was thinking, if I start coughing really loudly now and sneezing, and I keep doing it for like 10 minutes, I wonder if any of them will put the mask on.
Oh, they
It
probably
would
would.
it would be interesting to test.
They
I didn't
probably
do
would.
it at the end, but
Some people only do snit whenever the situation calls for it. Like, they'll have their mask on their chin until there's a person that they're gonna talk to.
then it's
So
too late already. I have already coughed, and you've
yeah,
already been in a car with me for like a long time.
that's why they've lost it. They've lost the war. But listen, people, you gotta be smart. All right. Make sure you got your goddamn mask on, even if there's nobody around. It still is good, even if you're by yourself. Put your mask on by yourself because it'll strengthen your lungs. All right. You don't want to swim. You can't go to the seaside. Well, guess what? Freeway. Well, you gotta buy the mask, I guess. But near freeway to increase your lung efficiency. Put a mask on. After a while, you'll be breathing better than you ever were. Your asthma will go away and all that. So make sure you're very, responsible. Be responsible, dickheads. I know that not many Americans listen to this snit, but if you're from Murica, wear your goddamn mask. If you're from Florida, God bless you. Because
Poor
probably
dreams.
need it. Queens, whoever else is from Florida, you'll fucking need the cocksucker. Let's see. So, wow.
I
It's like wrong.
I saw the little tank posted a tweet where it says that people of Slovenia have burnt down the
The Melania statue. Yeah.
Melania Trump. Bro, that happened months ago. Didn't we talk
Who?
about this already? I told you this happened months ago already. What are you talking about? Like, this American media is bullshit. I don't know if it's like because it's elections now or something, but if I'm not mistaken, I could be mistaken. Unless they have rebuilt the statue, they have burned it down a long time ago already. Maybe like in February or March, people got pissed about something, and they burned down the statue.
Let's go see
Now
Google.
there could be possibility they have rebuilt it or something and they burned it again, but I'm pretty sure this happened like a way ago already.
You may have mentioned something about that. I mean, I'm doing the Googles, and there are a lot of sites saying this happened on July 4th.
July 4th. Oh, on your national holiday. Yeah, it must be dramatic. It must be with your holiday. Like, people don't even know about your holiday here. They don't give a shit, so I don't think they would give a shit. It's just
Maybe
journalism.
they browse Twitter a lot, you know. I mean,
Oh, did I tell you I became a TikToker,
oh
Rashan?
god,
I honestly like
oh god,
I didn't even think of TikTok, and then I installed it one day, and now I can't keep sliding
oh
from one
my
video to
god,
another. I literally spend like I go at sleep at 10 o'clock or
oh
midnight
boy,
or whatever, and I get asleep like it's 2 or 3 a.m. because I'm sliding for 2 hours, man.
oh man,
It's so interesting.
no,
I'm officially a
no,
TikToker.
okay,
Yes, it's like, honest to God, like, I didn't want to like it. I didn't want to like it. But, but it's the best social network. Honest to God, it is. It's like much shorter and much more to the point than YouTube videos. It's better than Twitter because it's just more entertaining. It's better than Snapchat because Snapchat is just with people that you know, or it's like whatever filters, whatever, blah blah blah. Instagram, I don't really use, and I don't think it's that entertaining because I don't think there's a as of like you need to find people. Not really, like, you're not really suggested them in the way as you are with TikTok. And TikTok has pretty good, like, I don't know, like, algorithm, you know? It
oh
kind of
god,
like figures out quickly what you like. So at the moment, I'm getting a lot of cats, a lot of
oh
girls with big boobs,
god,
um, a lot of people doing shuffling videos, like dancing, you know?
oh no,
Like, I feel like in 15 seconds they explain better how to dance than in on YouTube video, you know, that is like dragged out 3 minutes, whatever. The only thing I don't like about TikTok is like on YouTube, if someone steals your idea or does the same type of video or exactly the same joke, you can strike them, you know?
oh,
And you will usually not get like exact duplicates of the video. But here on TikTok, it's a lot of repeating, you know? Someone will tell a joke and then the other person in the next video will tell the same joke or do the same type of video. I just think it's like a lot too much repeating for me of the same thing because there's no way to strike people that just literally take your idea or your joke. But yeah, man, I like it a lot. I don't know, it's freaking addictive. I don't know what to tell you. I'm a TikToker, man.
um, yeah, I don't think I will ever be a TikToker. There have been
Didn't
times.
install it yet.
There have been times where Lil Tank has posted TikTok videos, and I think there's some dude that likes to do one of those things called bad lip reading of NBA clips, and those are funny. But there, I just do not see the appeal of.
You won't see it
TikTok.
until you install. Honestly, like, I was like, what do you, like, 2 weeks ago or a week ago, I was like, what is this TikTok shit? Like, I was just like, yeah, whatever, it's stupid. And then I installed it and I'm like hooked. I cannot
Okay,
stop
so do
sliding.
you do you watch the clips or do you watch the live things of
Oh
people.
no, I don't watch the live. I don't do shit. Just
Okay, I thought you were into the live. Okay, well,
no.
well, I suppose I can see in some way where,
Oh, this cute
oh my
puppy.
god.
He's sleeping.
She's on TikTok right now. God, when I listen to this over, I'm gonna get the "Get Him Out of Here" sound right at this moment because
Get him out
TikTok
here!
in 2020. I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to find something good to say about it. Because the live streams obviously just seem to be a lot of memery.
I didn't watch them ever, so I don't really know.
The clips.
Grace just messaged me. Wow, TikTok, I don't know you anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
I'm not sure about that. I mean, the only attraction to that may be the girls with big boobs, but
You are
that's it.
see the thing
Try
is
it.
like
That's really it.
the probably the
That's
thing
it.
that happened, Rashawn, is like there were videos that were like on your feed, and you only liked the videos with girls with big boobs, and now it's suggesting you just videos with the big boobs, and you're missing on the creative side of like funny or whatever cute side of the TikTok, you know. So literally, like you ruin it for yourself, cause like I'm watching YouTube, sorry TikTok, and I'm like sliding up and down the videos, and I'm like, how shit, this is funny, this is cute, and I'm like, save video, save video, save video, and somehow I found myself like to have like about 50 saved 10-second videos on my phone now. I'm like, when did this ever happen before to me with any app, you know? That I literally thought something was so funny or so cute or so adorable or so, I don't know, creative or original that I would be like, oh yeah, this is worth saving, you know? If it's 3-minute video or like 2-minute video, you're like, nah, not all of it is interesting or whatever, you know, or to the point or whatever. But when it's 15-second video, like on like dancing tutorial or how to move your legs when you're like shuffling or dancing or whatever, I'm like, this is super to the point. All 15 seconds of it are useful. And if I save it, I might be able to look at it again, you know, if I need it or whatever. Like, it's just gonna be 15-second watch, so it's not even gonna waste a lot of my time, you know. But it does waste a lot of your time because it's 15 seconds, but you keep going and going and going and going. And it's
Oh boy.
never ending reel, you know, it's never ending. It just keeps going, and yeah, in the end, you're like, oh shit, 2 hours later, you know.
Yeah, that seems to be the recipe, because people's attention spans are very low, so they want a quick fix, and then
Oh,
and
yes.
then they get the quick fix, and then they look for another quick fix, and then the quick fixes just stack on top of each other until you've gotten so many quick fixes that 2 hours have passed. So yeah, the quick fix algorithm, because attention spans have gone to snit as generations have gone past, TikTok has found the perfect way to keep people with low attention spans fixated on the TikTok.
See, I
Um,
never, I never really understood like why TikTok is super successful now. But you remember Vine? It was
yes, I'm fine,
very,
man.
very, very similar, but it failed. You know, I think it was like 2006, 2006 to
Something like that.
2010 or something like that. But like, it was pretty much the same concept, you know. Back then, maybe they didn't like have that good algorithm of suggesting you videos, and it was more like about people that you follow. You would see their videos and not of the random people, which I think it's good with TikTok because it like adds a like it's more like variety of different videos, you know, not just like one type of what you follow, because you might not know that you like something until they show it to you, you know. but it's like with TikTok, it's still kind of similar, but not all the way different. Um, so maybe like algorithm was different, but otherwise it was just like the pretty much the same idea. So I don't know why one works and one failed. It's just
Yeah, I don't know. I really couldn't tell you. But yeah, I'm gonna be very, very likely and say that TikTok is not going to be downloaded on anything that I have. I was thinking and hesitating a few times when saying that because
yo, Sean, you only need to see one video of 15 seconds of girl dancing and bouncing her boobs. You'll be like,
listen,
oh yeah,
I've seen
that's what I need
plenty
in my
I've seen plenty of that on Reddit. Right? I don't think the app is going to change any of that. So I don't know. I cannot believe that Cash is a TikTok fan. That's yeah, that's very stunning. It's very stunning actually to me. I don't judge obviously, but it's definitely not what I expected. But yeah, TikTok has definitely captivated the masses, and yeah. So how much? It's free, right? TikTok is free, obviously, right?
yes.
Oh boy. Oh boy. I don't know what to say about it. I really don't. TikTok is revolutionary. Did you hear that? I think I told you that. I think I saw a video on Snit too. I didn't see the video, but I saw a thumbnail, the title saying that Murica is looking to ban TikTok to, 'cause I think it was made by a Chinese person or something. I don't know.
It was like to share dancing videos and lip syncing at first. I guess.
Owned. So I guess they're trying to get rid of all Chinese influence. Which means, nice, all viewer apps are going to be able to revel in the TikTok, while if it gets banned in America, well, guess what? It's dead. But yeah, I hate to say that I may, for scientific purposes, since you're, recommending TikTok so badly or so hugely, I would not want to say that I'd want to check it out for, what did I just say? Scientific purposes. But yeah, hopefully I do not get hooked to it. Hopefully I just forget about this whole conversation because I don't
Hopefully, you
want.
won't ruin your algorithm just by liking just melons and why is it cherries and I don't know. All the fruit of the world leads to the boobs and ass.
Yeah, it's true, but if my algorithm are ruined in that way, I don't suppose it'll actually be a bad thing because I'm not too sure about, the lip syncing and the I don't know what is it, the joke people tell jokes on that snit. What?
Yeah, and like situational jokes and stuff. And so I think you will ruin your algorithm because you will for sure not like lip syncing. You will for sure not like the dancing. You will for sure not like um, the cute videos of the doggos and the cats. So the only two things that remain for you are the car videos and the boo-boos.
Well, I don't like the car. I don't like the cars either. So yeah, I think the boo boos are the only thing that are gonna
Rip.
stick. So, EG or the I don't know, probably the sports related ones too. Who knows?
In before we started making, instead of 2 hours Punkery show and interviews, we'll start making TikToks.
It'll be okay. Did you see what I saw on TikTok 2 days ago? Ooh, I saw something great. It was yeah. Hopefully
Yeah,
this doesn't
cut,
turn into.
cut already. 15 seconds is short, man.
Oh no. I can swear my sister said something about TikTok, and I probably reacted the same way that you did. But yeah, it's.
Actually, ask her about it. I want to hear her opinion. She's kind of smart girl.
All I know is I don't want something else taking up all my time. That's for damn sure. too damn true.
Too many
Yeah.
distractions.
There's too many distractions as it is. It's too many time wasters out in the world, you know. But yeah, been on for an hour. GG. Still a lot more to say, but hopefully I'll save that for next week. I was going to talk about how people in Murica who like the Confederate flag, they love losers. Like it's like Nazi idolizers. You do know
You do it now. You do it now, not next time. It's like 15 minutes. Plus, I've been talking most of this show, so I'll listen to you now. Go on.
Oh, hold on. There's a guy named Pablo Emilio Escobar, and he's asking me a question. He asked, if someone placed hit on me and I am cop, then can I kill him when he wanted to cancel my hits? Or is that cop? I'm going to say you can, because I always have said or thought that if you have hit contract on me, I'm a cop, you're a warrant, I can kill your ass, so you can kiss my ass. Alright. But yeah, basically, there's been snits past couple weeks. The Confederate flag is a symbol of separatism, also a symbol of discrimination and racism, and there are people that like to hang it in the South. Very few, but like to hang it in the South. But what I do say to those people, and that some people say but not enough say, is...
Is that Snapchat sound?
I don't think so. But it's like, guys, do you know that the Confederates lost the war, right? So you're basically flying a flag outside your house of a lost war. You're flying a loser flag, right? I mean, I guess through time people have tried to make it a Southern pride thing or whatever, but the South lost the Civil War, so it's just like those cocksuckers that they like Hitler. You know that he committed suicide, right? You know that Nazi Germany lost the war, right? So you're basically sympathizing with a loser, right? So, there are just some people, because, NASCAR has banned the Confederate flag, the Mississippi State flag, which I think was the last flag to have the Confederate flag in it, they're looking to change it, and, the South is usually where all the dummies live in, Mississippi, Georgia, Alabama, Louisiana. Florida's dumb in a different way. Florida's like crazy dumb. The other four states I just said are unintelligent dumb. Most of the dumb states are in the South. Yeah, Gween, some people are just sore losers. Yeah, they just fly a loser flag.
Didn't Greens post something in Discord about some disease for Floridans or something?
Well, this goes back to what you were saying about the possibility that Melania statue was burned a few months ago. I watched that video that he posted. It said, since the mid-90s, there have been, I could be wrong, there have been 35 people since the 90s to get that. That is clickbait, cocksucker. Alright? Yes, maybe that Amoeba, or whatever the fuck, has a 97% kill rate, but it's among a very low percentage of people over the last 25 years. Do you know how many people in Florida go to the beach? Millions. Hundreds of thousands. Whereas only tens of people have been killed by the Amoeba. So that got clicks because of, we're in a pandemic and all this, we need something to deter people from going to the beach. That's real clickbait, because when I watched that, and it was stuck in the middle of the video, and I saw the number of people who died from that, and I was like, oh, okay, well that's why. This is why news these days, can't trust the cocksucker. you can't trust the news these days because a lot of it is taken out of context, you know, and that's really how it be. But yeah, you know, the same people that I don't want to say that. I don't want to intertwine the two with the Confederate flag, but you know, yeah, some people are. See, it's all about clicks. It's all about clicks. It's all about the fucking clicks. You know, the Confederate flag clicks. The Amoeba clicks. It's all clicks, you know? That's what it is. You know, if you don't want to get the Amoeba, I can't swim anyway, so I'm not going in the water anyway, so it doesn't really matter to me. But yeah.
First world country, my ass.
It's overpopulated. That's what it is. That's what it is. But yeah, that's what it be. But yeah, back to the Confederate flag. I don't know. People are just too dead set about the freedom of speech, freedom of to do snit around here. Like, you know, you're not that important, dickhead. You know.
Exactly. Why do people do that? People like that should be shot.
This is Murica, and they can have a gun, and they can shoot those people. But, yeah, that's how it be. If you look in your history, look, cocksucker, the Confederate flag has nothing to do, or it's only part to do, with your Southern pride, okay? Because if the South... First of all, the South is stupid, you know. Listen, the South is stupid, you know. In the 60s, up until the 60s, they made 2 separate water fountains for different types of people, spending twice the money when they could have made one and saved money. And that's why the South is so fucked. You know what I mean? They built 2 separate types of bathrooms. You know, because it's bad, the tours for bathrooms, because now you got to make 4 bathrooms. You know, one for the white people, and the others for the other people. You know, that costs twice the money to make. And it's like, oh, well, no wonder why we're fucking poor, you know? So, yeah, the South is, even till today, you know, it's still, you know, the 1960s are not that long ago, cocksucker, you know? So, that's why we can still see the effects of Southern stupidity up until now. And it'll take decades up until we're all boomers to see the South probably get better. But until then, it'll still be full of people that are stupid. But,
I saw some videos on Reddit actually. It was like a colored video. Probably was like not colored in the original, but it kind of surprised me how recent that was. Like we kind of forget that it was so recent. Like there was a video of a girl like biking into some neighborhood because she had friends there, and people just told her that she needs to, you know, fuck off from there. That she's not welcome and stuff. And it was like only because she was like the right color for them, you know. And I was like, holy shit, you know, that video was like really recent. And you think like people are really like accepting to other races and stuff, if anywhere, like in Europe, I can't speak like for UK and for Germany and stuff, but like in smaller countries you don't really get to see many different races, you know. So you like tend to think that, oh, because people like weren't like ever faced with them, they might not be that accepting to them, you know, just because they like don't even know how to react or anything. And you always think like, oh, USA, they don't have this problem, you know. But then you see video like that on Reddit and you're like, holy shit, you know, that's very recent. It's actually very recent, and I don't know, it kind of made me feel bad.
yeah, you know, it's not too long ago. In the 1960s were, what,
It's just like
57
people
years ago?
immediately, especially white people, you know, they want to quickly forget that it ever happened, you know. But it's still happening, even this day, it's happening, you know. And still, like, we know that before 60s it was bad, yet it's like we are kind of like, we forget it that it was bad, you know. We don't
Yeah.
really like to think
But
about it.
it is getting better, though, because I saw on Reddit, I was looking at the Tinder section of Reddit, and there was this black dude. I'm not sure if he is in the Czech Republic or swiping for the Czech Republic, but you know, conversely, there are a lot of curious white women in the Czech Republic that may see a black dude on their feed and they're like, this
Yeah,
is
but
something I never thought of before.
that's a novelty thing, you know? They I guess if you had like if the black people would become more normal in Europe, like at least those countries, you know, Czech Republic, Slovakia, Slovenia, whatever, then the novelty of it would go away with it as well a bit, you know. I guess if you had like 50-50% population, he wouldn't be getting that many likes on Tinder, you know,
That's true.
either.
That's true.
He's only getting him because he's literally like the only black kid, you know, and girls are like, BBC, hello, I need you in my
Exactly.
life.
Exactly. You know, once in a lifetime opportunity for a Czechia.
I just
They want
don't
to be
know.
called Czechia these days.
I just don't know what happens after, you know, because if there's like
Probably not.
15 of those girls, you know, who go for him, and as we know, when you go black, you never go back, you know, and there's a problem because 15 girls cannot go back, and there's just only one dude. So
That's right. They'll have their lives ruined. So GG. That's how it be. Or they'll have to move to the UK or something. But yeah, that's how it be. Both sides of the spectrum. But yeah, that'll do it for the Punkery show. Like I said, cocksuckers, wear your mask and all that. Be responsible and take it from Blarda, because Blarda's gonna go down into the abyss pretty soon. So for Cassius and Sean, we'll see you next time on the Punkery show.